Hey guys, this is Justin at the Survivor Review, and today I'm going to be showing you a couple pickups I got, retelling a little story, and showing you a certain collection that I have. And what do all these have in common? Something that I've mentioned many times on this channel, that is 3D Blu-ray. Now, if any of you have seen my previous pickup videos and all that kind of stuff, you know that I'm not a fan of 3D Blu-ray. I got nothing against it. I don't have a 3D TV or a 3D Blu-ray player. Well, I have a PlayStation, but I don't have any of that stuff, so I never really cared for it. And I would get 3D discs if I picked up, say, like a Steelbook or something, which we'll get to that later. So I owned some 3D stuff, but I never had any use for it. Until now. Because back in December, my girlfriend had gotten a TV from her friend. It was one of those PlayStation TVs, so it was a flat screen TV. It was about 24 inches, so it's small, but it's not bad. And it's also a 3D TV. And she got that from her friend, and it turns out she couldn't use it because that TV has no AV ports. It's all through HDMI, and she doesn't have a Blu-ray player or a PlayStation to use it, so it was kind of just there. And then she asked me if I wanted it, and I was like, yeah, because the only TV in my room is an old tube TV, basically, which is good for stuff, but I was kind of wanting an HD TV, and I'd always been planning to pick up a smaller HD TV around like maybe 30 inches or so, something small. And this TV is a bit smaller than what I was originally intending, but it's a free TV. I'm not going to complain. So she gave me that TV, and they became my new TV setup. I was able to use this Blu-ray player I got for Christmas 2 years ago that I wasn't able to use because I couldn't hook it up to the AV cords. So I was finally able to use that. And I didn't care that it was 3D TV. I was just happy it was an HD TV so I can watch all my Blu-rays in good quality. So I was happy with that. 3D I could care less. Until this shows you how slow of a thinker I am. I realized, one, this is a PlayStation TV. Two, it's a 3D TV. So that must mean that PlayStation 3s play 3D Blu-rays. Yeah, I'm slow, okay? It took me a while to realize that. And I went, huh, that's interesting. Because as much as I mentioned before that I don't care for 3D Blu-rays or any of that kind of stuff, there were a few 3D movies I wanted to see. They were all old movies, which is funny, but mostly the biggest one that I've really been wanting to see is Alfred Hitchcock's Dial M for Murder. Because Alfred Hitchcock is my favorite director, and he made that movie. He actually shot it in 3D. It was a movie he made intended for 3D. It wasn't just some sort of post-conversion they did years down the line like Top Gun or Wizard of Oz or something. It was a legit movie that was shot in 3D in the 50s, and the only way to see it in its original proper 3D version is on a 3D Blu-ray they released a few years back. And I've always wanted to see that. I've never actually, I hadn't actually seen the movie, and I had always been waiting for my first time to watch the movie to be the 3D version. So that really got me excited. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take advantage of this. I ended up renting Dial M for Murder, the 3D Blu-ray, and watching it on the 3D TV, and that was awesome. And then I was starting to think about other 3D Blu-rays that I'm interested in getting. And I realized they're all old movies, including House of Wax and Creature from the Black Lagoon. That's about it. I don't really care for new 3D movies. I don't know why. These old 50s, like, gimmicky ones are the ones that interest me the most for some strange reason. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to pick those up at some point. And then the thing about the 3D Blu-rays. The Dial M for Murder and House of Wax Blu-rays are from Warner Brothers, and they're like $30. Like, normally. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not picking those up anytime soon because I don't want to spend $30 right now on Blu-rays. And then what happened? At the end of the month, last month, yeah, I've been putting this video off for a while now, House of Wax and Dial M for Murder were on sale for $20, which doesn't sound like a deal, but when it comes to House of Wax, which came out in 2013, a few years ago, this is the lowest price that's ever been. And I remember at one point around Christmas time, Dial M for Murder was like $12. I think it was on sale. It was like one of those like lightning deals on Amazon. And I didn't get it, so I'm like, well, what's the point? I'm not going to get a 3D TV anytime soon. So I decided to just go for it. Just pick them up because this is a really great price for these two Blu-rays. And I really want them. So I went to my local Best Buy and I picked up both of them. Because why not? The only kind of downside to this is the fact that they don't come with the slipcovers, and that kind of annoys me to the point where I actually didn't open these for a few weeks after I got them because I was contemplating returning them and trying to find the slipcover versions. Normally I'm not like that, like I have to get the slipcover versions and all that stuff, but I like the 3D Blu-ray slipcovers because they're these cool lenticular covers and they just go well with the movie. I don't know, I like those. I like the 3D Blu-ray slipcovers, and if I can get a 3D Blu-ray with a slipcover, I will. And so that kind of disappoints me, but I figured in the long run, it's fine. I got the movies, that's what's most important. So yeah, I just decided to keep them. I was like, it's a slipcover, I'll live without it. So taking a close look at these Blu-rays, these are the first 3D Blu-rays I've ever actually bought with intent on owning the 3D version, which has never happened before, which you'll see later on with all the 3D Blu-rays I actually own. So let's take a closer look at these. Let's start with the one that I wanted the most, and the one I picked up first actually. Dial M for Murder. Which is really cool. I like the front there. Got the back cover there. Just a simple Blu-ray, nothing too spectacular. The 3D version and the 2D version are on the same disc, but you can still play the disc on a normal Blu-ray player. It just you can't play the 3D version. You got the disc right there. I like the disc art actually. That's kind of cool. And this one I've actually watched. I still haven't gotten around to watching House of Wax to see how that one looks. But this one, again, I mentioned earlier that I rented it first, and I watched it, and it was really cool. The 3D is really cool. It doesn't pop out. It's a lot of depth, which is really interesting in the way Hitchcock directed this movie, because the way he directed 3D in this movie is basically how 3D is now in movies, where it's all about the depth. Occasionally something will pop out at you, but it's all about the depth, and you have shots where like a table with a lamp is in the foreground, and you got the actors in the background, and that's how the shot's framed. So then you got the lamp and the table popping out while the people in the background are going back, and it creates this like layer of depth to it, and it's really cool, and they did a really great job with the 3D Blu-ray. It looks awesome. So with the Blu-ray, it doesn't have many bonus features. It has a little documentary, Hitchcock and Dial M, which is just like a quick little making of, and the theatrical trailer. See right there, that focus. Yeah, right there. So not a whole lot, but still a nice release for this movie, and something that is the main reason I got into all this 3D Blu-ray stuff, was just to watch this movie, and I'm really happy I have it. Great addition to my sadly small Hitchcock collection that I need to keep building upon, because my Hitchcock collection is really sad, especially for him being my favorite director. And then we got House of Wax, the Vincent Price classic. So for this one, I'm actually more disappointed I don't have the slipcover for it, because this cover is kind of crappy, to be honest. It's a very just kind of and I feel with the lenticular slipcover, it would actually make it not look as dumb. Just saying. And so here's there. Got the inside. I like the disc art on this too as well. Simple, but I like it. It's kind of cool. It got like, looks like kind of like the wax kind of going down there and stuff. I like that. I like that a lot. The back here. Looks like that. Silver Screen's first major 3D movie. I really want to see what this one looks like. I think this one will look really cool in 3D. Back there. The special features on this movie, it has a behind the scenes is House of Wax, unlike anything you've seen before. It has an audio commentary, the theatrical trailer, newsreel, and something I didn't know it had until I picked it up. It includes, because some of you might not know this one's actually a remake of a 1930s film called Mystery of the Wax Museum, which I've never seen, and that movie is actually included as a bonus feature. Like, I didn't know that you basically got two movies for the price of one right here in this set. And so I didn't know that was included in here, and that's really cool, and I can't wait to give it a watch. I might do a double feature one of these nights of both films. That just seems like it'd be a lot of fun to do. So those are my 3D pickups, basically. House of Wax and Dial M for Murder. The other one I still need to pick up is Creature from the Black Lagoon, which I've always wanted to have in 3D. And that one, I'm going to get the UK Steelbook that they made for, which looks really nice. But I have to find it on eBay and I have to just look around for that, try to find it at a good price. So I won't be getting that one anytime soon, but that's the plan. And then the other 3D Blu-ray that was just recently announced not too long ago that is getting me really excited. It's for a terrible movie, but nostalgia reasons gets me excited for it. That is Jaws 3. And if any of you guys have seen the Jaws reviews that Sam and I did, you know that when it comes to Jaws 3, I have a lot of nostalgia to that movie. I loved it as a kid, And I've always wanted to see it in 3D, in a proper 3D version. To the point where when I was a kid, I bought a crappy red and blue DVD, bootleg DVD of it at one point. So I'm really excited to actually see a proper 3D version of that movie. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's a terrible film, but I want to see it. So that's the one I'm going to be picking up like day one when that comes out next month. So I figured while I'm on the subject of 3D Blu-rays, I might as well show you guys my collection of all the ones I own, because I actually own quite a bit for a person who wasn't planning on ever getting a 3D TV, and you'll see the trend as to why. Because basically every 3D Blu-ray I have is part of a limited edition set or version of a movie or steelbook. So let's get that started with my non-steelbook Blu-rays, starting with Ridley Scott's Prometheus. This is the Target exclusive version that comes with this nice flip box and includes a art book. But either way, the 3D version of this movie is the one to get because it comes with this amazing 3.5 hour making of documentary. It's just friggin' incredible. So there's that. Then there's the Wolverine, which is this big set here, which again, the 3D version is the one to get because that comes with the unrated director's cut, which is a better cut of the movie. It's a way better cut of the film. So this is a nice set I got. Next is X-Men Days of Future Past. This is the Best Buy exclusive version. That's just a really cool looking set there. I like that. Now on to the steelbooks. So we'll start with The Amazing Spider-Man, which I still can't believe I even own because I haven't watched any of these Blu-rays once or seen this movie since I saw it in theaters. But it's a nice steelbook, so I guess that's why I have it. Then I got Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. It isn't exactly a steelbook, it's almost like metal packs, but close enough. Nice. And then another movie that I still keep forgetting I own, but I got it because it's a cool looking steelbook, G.I. Joe Retaliation. Look at that, that's really nice artwork. That's the only reason why I even have it. And then I got Sin City, A Dame to Kill For. I actually really like this steelbook. No? And this is another case as to where the 3D version and the regular version only come together, so no matter what, I would have owned the 3D version. And then we get to Marvel movies, because the thing Marvel does now with their steelbooks is that they include the 3D version in all their steelbooks, so now I have to get the 3D version. So we got Captain America, the Winter Soldier. We got Guardians of the Galaxy, one of my favorite steelbooks, by the way. Then we got Avengers Age of Ultron. Is there? And then we have Ant-Man. So you can kind of see the trend going that I'm going to be collecting all of the Marvel movies in 3D. Yeah, so a person who's not big on 3D Blu-rays, I owned 12 of them before I actually got a 3D TV and actually paid attention to it. What you gonna do? Either way, that's my big 3D Blu-ray update collection video. Just showing you guys that I do own a 3D TV, because I know I've been hearing comments telling me to get 3D TV, get a 3D player, because it's awesome. Well, I do now. I'm not going to take full advantage of it and buy many 3D Blu-rays, but I do have one, and I will be using it, so don't worry people who've been commenting that. I got it, and I got awesome Blu-rays to go along with it, including some great movies. So one more quick look at these ones. You got Dial M for Murder, you got the front right there, got the back, and there's the disc. I know I'm showing these off like they're brand new, even though they've been around for years, but whatever, they're cool, so I want it. So you got the front there, back, and the inside. So those are my recent 3D pickups, and a quick overview of my collection, and my story as to why now I own 3D Blu-rays, even though I've said multiple times in the past that I never planned to and never wanted to. Well, I do now. So yeah, that's just kind of a big update on all that kind of stuff, and that's about it for now. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.